Hi. Hey, Russ here. Welcome back to the shop. Yeah, I haven't been able to get back on my wall. It's been raining outside, and that's where all the supplies are. So, there goes the foghorn. Must be a boat going by in the fog. Yes, that's my furnace. Anyway, I can't get this done. Probably tomorrow when it quits raining, then I'll be able to take all that stuff, take the tarp off, and then bring it in and put it up. So anyway, everything is so disorganized still, but I did have at least this much benchtop space left around here, thank goodness, that I was able to take and work on my power station, portable power station. And I know you saw last time it was just a box, so I've got everything actually working now. So I'm on the final stage of it, so the next time you see this, it'll be done. But I had a couple of technical things I wanted to show you real quick how they work, so that if you're going to build something like this, you'll be able to build yours and build it out of common materials. Now I am using a special, that one from George. He's helping me out making those caps that fit on the batteries themselves, and he's making some up for me that I can use to make doing this a lot easier using these. But I'm going to show you today how I made one using just 1.25" diameter PVC pipe, and it's easy enough, and you get the same, close to the same result. So it will function. So let's talk about that first. That cap. You have your battery, positive and negative, and I've marked the battery so I know for sure which side is which on here, so I don't have to really strain. And then I took a piece of PVC pipe. I did this in the same way I did the other one on my original, on part 2, when I was using the PVC pipe, but I was sticking the wire in and then tightening it down, and that locked it in. But we're going to just have it where it just screws down and locks in. So I took a 1032 screw. I put a terminal on here which will have the wire going into it. Positive here, negative here. And I put a nut on here with a washer and lock washer in between, so that when I turn this 1/2 a turn, this will lock down on this battery. So I heated this up. First thing I did is I made this, and I cut it out of a PVC pipe like this. So I have these 2 tabs. Then I bent them over to give me a flat contact with the heat gun, and then I heated it up and pushed my battery up into it to shape it. Then I drilled the hole to put the screws in here, and they just screw right into the plastic. So, and I used the screw itself to cut the threads. So that's why it gives me a nice snug fit in there. And I don't need any kind of lock nut on this to make it work. So I've adjusted these so that the one makes contact on the positive, on this side, and the one on this side, I adjust. So when I put my battery in here, and it bottoms out, then I'm in the right position here to just turn that 1/2 a turn, and now it's locked in place. Also, I'm getting my 12 volts here. How do I know I'm getting my 12 volts here? Because, like I said, this is working. So if I take my positive and negative and hook them up, like so, look at there. I have 20.1 volts. So this is monitoring the battery side itself, the 18 volt, because the intake on this machine is 18 volts because it runs off of the Ryobi batteries. And then after it goes through the step-down converter, then everything is wired in at 12 volts. So that all my power plug-ins over here, everything is based on 12 volts. That's my USB. There's 2 of them. And I can tell I'm getting 12 volts because this is lit up. Then I have a plug-in here for a cigarette lighter type plug-in. So I can plug something in that way. And this is where I mounted my inverter upside down to go from AC to from DC to AC. And these are 2 plug-ins of AC. So if I want to use those, I hit the switch, the light comes on, and these now are active at 110 volts. So everything is working. I've tested it all with power, and everything works great. If I don't need that, I can leave it turned off so that I can run straight off of here and here for small items if I want. The other thing that's really cool about this is, let me take this battery off. Once I get all the battery gang all hooked up, then it's just a matter of setting them in, locking it down, and then I'll have all 4 batteries running nice instead of just one. So, but this is the system for how I'm going to have all 4 plugins work to hold the battery in place on my door panel. So there'll be 2 on each side. And then when I'm ready to take it out, I turn that a half a turn, and now they come right out. And I can put this back up on the shelf, and I don't have to worry about the batteries going bad just sitting up on the shelf. So it'll be ready to go again if I ever need it, because my batteries are always charged up. So anyway, oh, one last feature I did to it too that I thought I'd show you that I did, I think is really, really cool, is on the bottom where the inverter is, the DC AC inverter, I also hooked up 2 jumper cables with alligator clips to the 12 volts so that I can use these as jumpers, so I can hook up to almost anything that runs off a 12 volt, a power winch or anything, and I could run it off of my Ryobi batteries using these jumper cables. Not only that, in a pinch, my car is dead battery, I need to jump it. I can put 4 batteries in this, take it out there, hook this up to my battery, and I can jump start my car. So this actually is a portable jumper thing too for your car. So it's going to be useful. I like the idea of these clips. It's going to really make a difference. So I have to rig up. I still got to rig that up a little bit for how these will be tied in over here. So, but normally it'll sit like this. The doors will be able to take off and lock down back in place. These are extra long because this is where it's going to be my locking mechanism to hold the door when it's going to lock it down. You'll see all that when I get done and get the handle on it. So, but it actually works. So cool. So, got everything neatly arranged in there. If I have to add something, if I wanted to add another outlet of a different type, I could add it to this without any problem, and I still have terminals left over to do that. So, once I get my battery all set up, this thing will be a done product. So, the next time you see it, it'll be 100% done. So, if you have any questions about how I made this or anything like that, leave it in the comments. I do read them all. If you have any suggestions, it's always helpful. But I think with this one, I'm going to have to deem a success. As soon as I get it together and I'm done, first thing I'm going to do is hook it up to my computer here in the shop and run my Microsoft Surface off of my 12-volt plug-in on here, and we'll see how long that'll last. 1 day, 2 days, a week. We'll see. I'm very curious. So, and I'm trying to think of some other tests to do with it with the 4 battery pack in there. So, and I already see they're coming out with a whole bunch of bigger batteries now. I think 9 volt being the biggest, but I've seen 6s out there and I think 7s. But anyway, they're coming out with all different amp hours. So, I bought the 5. I should have waited a month. I could have gotten the 9s. Oh well. Anyway, if you can do this with almost any battery pack though. It doesn't matter what size your batteries are when you do it. They are lithium ion, so you get the lithium ion advantages of this portable power station. And you get the luxury of being able to put the batteries in on the fly and take them out when you're not using it so that they don't just sit on the shelf going dead. So, anyway, I want to thank you. If you like this video, say so. Most importantly, though, please come back again because we're nowhere near done. Thanks. You have a good day, and we'll see you soon.